Hi, I'm Sam Thurgan and welcome to my 2-minute Parsha. In this week's Sidra of Vayishlach, Yaakov finally meets Eisav after many years of being apart, and he introduces him to his wives and his children, but there's one person who is conspicuously absent in the greeting list, and that is his daughter Dinah. And our sages teach us that in fact, this was deliberate. Yaakov had hidden Dinah away from meeting Eisav. They say he stashed her with the luggage because he was scared that when Eisav met the beautiful Dinah, that he would want to marry her, and that would have been a great loss. But our sages in fact are critical of Yaakov for this decision, because they say if he had in fact introduced Dinah to Eisav, if the two of them had gotten married, that could have brought Eisav to Teshuvah, it could have made him righteous again. But the question is this really realistic? It's very good to have this kind of idea that somehow he'll become righteous through marrying her. But even if you have such a good influence, we see Eisav as a person of such terrible midot, such bad character traits, a person of such aggression and cruelty. Is it really realistic to say that he could have somehow redeemed all of that negativity? And I think the answer lies with the teaching of Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen, where he says that in fact, although we classically tend to classify midot, character traits, as good or bad, we think of the good ones like chesed, kindness and compassion and patience and love for people, and then we think of the bad ones like hatred and anger and arrogance. The truth is, there is no such thing as a good midah, and there is no such thing as a bad midah. It all depends on where and how and when it is applied. There are some midot with a very broad application. Chesed, kindness, is almost always the right thing to do. But the key thing there is almost. There are times when giving is not helpful but is in fact destructive. And on the other end of the scale as well, although anger is something that we should almost never manifest, there is a place for holy anger as well. There is a time where that is appropriate to be used. And so the challenge is how to use each character trait appropriately, not whether they are good or bad. And so even if you look at Eisav, who has been blessed with character traits that have only a limited application, those two can find place in the service of Hashem and in building Hashem's holy world for goodness. Shabbat Shalom.